And good morning. Wait a minute. Y'all hang on. I'm supposed to hit another button first. I got to do that. We'll be right back.
The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Okay, we're back really this time.
We are. No joke.
Don't have a location, but I am getting reports that somewhere in Lauderdale County there is a rollover accident. As soon as we get a location of that, we'll pass that along. It could be serious wrecks today.
Yes. We also want to say that on Highway 492 at the baseball field in Union, the road is blocked. Emergency vehicles are on the scene, but they said the traffic is backed up. So you might want to call your boss if you're on the way to work or something. Y'all be extra careful. I can't stress this enough because this morning, like right down from West Lauderdale Elementary, it's if you're coming from Kemper County and you're going towards the elementary school, before you get to Arkadelphia Road, on down the road from there, it is like water completely over the road. You don't see it till you get up on it because it's just enough daylight right now to where, it's hard to see things because your lights are not really doing any good. So just be extra careful. It's just really bad. It's going to get worse.
Okay. I did get an address here of the rollover wreck. Being told Highway 19 South at 45 North between Cotton Gin and I-20. We've got a rollover accident at this point. Unknown injuries at this point, but we are aware that that is happening. And as we get more information on that, we'll pass that along. We also have a wreck, Highway 39 in front of Alliance. Somebody took out all the mailboxes down through there.
Oh, goodness.
You know where they sell that little FedEx box is?
So that would be right there, almost in front of the
PJ's.
Meridian Plastic Surgery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That area there. So approach that, and that would be the northbound lane, if I am not mistaken on that. As we keep track of all these wrecks.
Goodness.
And it's a bunch there.
It's going to be a day. I'm going to tell you. It's going to be a day that lots of people are probably going to have to really watch what they're doing on the road.
Yes, and we appreciate that. We are getting reports. I've gotten tons of pictures from the Philadelphia area of streets flooding. Mm-hmm. The road crews there by West Lauderdale Elementary, they were in the middle of cutting that tree up over there by the county barn.
Yeah.
That's kind of close there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking that my husband went that way this morning, but he turned right and went the other direction. Thank goodness. But
and somebody asked about the storm. This is that rain that came to the Dallas area, all of this stuff here. Yeah. We do have confirmation that EMEPA has gotten the power back on at West Lauderdale Elementary. It was about 500 people without power there for a minute. And yes, it was a tree. Mm-hmm. Those little boogers just fall everywhere.
Well, it's been so much rain, and just more coming and a little bit of wind this morning. So that mixed together is going to make the trees unstable.
Yes. Now let's go to radar because it's bad. We have some flood warnings that are in effect. Let's pull up Meridian Honda radar and let you take a look at this. All the way from Demopolis, Livingston, York, Alabama, it's flooding. As we zoom in on this, Meridian is coming down. Look here at Union, Decatur, Highway 15. Let's turn on a few locations and move westward and just kind of show you what is happening today. As we zoom in on this, heavy rain here at the Ralph Morgan Rodeo all around Dalewood. If you live in that area, cautious. Be very cautious as we come across. Lighter rain takes in the West Lauderdale Elementary. There's a little dip there on 495 that doesn't have rain, not much. As we move down across this, Owls, the Rock House, and there at the back porch, heavy rain also. And this will come all the way in. You'll see here, this is the four-way stop there at Collinsville. Comes down, takes in all of 494, and we come into Meridian all down 8th Street. We have a couple areas here on Highway 19 that's not bad, but rain's moving that direction. So be careful. As we come across, we see here out at Duffy, getting a lot of rain. Even down here at Plant Sweat, south of Meridian, making its way toward Clark County as well. Mm-hmm. Now, after we get into the rain, and I know the folks in Lauderdale County think it couldn't be worse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be if you're sitting over in Newton right now. As we come across and we go past where Lazy Acres are, the Red Goat right there. Pouring rain, but just north of there on Highway 503, the closer you get here to the school, Newton County High School, look at the intensity, how it picks up there. Decatur at the campus there, East Central, pouring rain, even over at Turkey Creek, not any better, all the way up to I-20 there. And we always see just tons of wreck, Candace, there on I-20 in between here and Newton. Yeah. And just continually getting worse back over to Forest. We look at Neshoba County showing signs of relief in downtown Philadelphia. But as we get right here at Neshoba Baptist, still heavy rains. House, just north of where the 4-lane ends there, it's a lot of rain right there. And as we'll see that little area there has come down the flash flood warning until 11:45, just barely east of where Talbert Enterprises is. Look at that little area there. Just a swash, a swap. How you say that word? Swash. Yeah, y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
Swath.
Somebody was asking if we had any information on an accident on 16 West going to Carthage.
I do not.
Okay.
That is the first report that we have gotten of that this morning as we make notes of this. Let me see here. Maybe I can get an answer on that. Let me send a text while we're
if
live
y'all see
on
me
this.
looking over at the comments more this morning, it's because I'm trying to keep track, make sure that we don't miss anything that we need to make people aware of.
Yeah. So let's see if I find out anything on that. We'll see if I get an answer back on that this morning.
Okay.
A wet morning for us as we look at all of this. We want you to be careful. Do not approach, because a lot of times there's high water on roads underneath it. The road's washed out, and next thing you know, and as you were telling me, even in your vehicle that sits up.
Yeah, I have a Yukon, and so it's tall. It sits up from the road. And I went through a while ago because I didn't see it till I got up on it. Water was completely over the road, and as I went through, I could feel my vehicle kind of just shimmying, I guess you'd say, which is scary because it makes you feel like it's going to go off the road, because it will carry you right on off the road.
It will. I'm getting reports in Canton, Mississippi, about 2 feet of water over the road near Canton, so that's pretty heavy as well. Let's see here. A large tree was reported on Old Jackson Road, down over Old Jackson Road. If you've got to travel that in Kemper County, heavy rain pouring down on that also. Spotters sent that in to us this morning. I think I'm up to date on most of the roads that we have that have issues there.
Okay.
An arc just floated by downtown zero.
So I said the phone lines are down in Decatur. Goodness.
That's a bunch of stuff going on there with y'all. Kim watching us from the Quitman area as we watch this weather. We're going to be very cautious as this and let you know. Now, we do still, and as I had radar, I didn't point this up. Let me point this out as we go back, and let me pull radar up. We've got a couple watch boxes that are up right now. These red boxes right here is a flood warning, and that's what we're under now. Aerial flood, they've changed it to an aerial flood watch for Lauderdale County, but we move west into Newton County, and we still had the flash flood warning until 11:15. So Lauderdale is out of it. I think Kemper is still in it, and you can see this on radar, the difference in between the colors.
Yeah.
It's still pouring rain in Lauderdale County, but just to our west there, Forest, and over in Newton County, it's a little worse.
Which I'm sure is coming our way.
Yeah, Ronald Watkins tells us in Center Hill area, 5 inches of rain since yesterday so far. Now, if that ain't a lot of rain, I don't know what is.
Well, it's just been a steady rain. Sometimes you'll have a break in the rain, but I haven't seen one. So.
Yeah, any reports that you have, please pass along to us.
Rusty Sullivan said that the police turned his daughter around in Union at the car wash because the water is over the road.
Whoa.
So,
Union, y'all are getting your fair share of this. And again, we want to know more about this. I want to bring this up. They need a little help, and we thought we would share this morning as we go to probably one of the nicest, cleanest animal shelters there are anywhere, the Lauderdale County Animal Shelter. And I want to show you a picture. And, of course, this is going to make you go, oh, my gosh, because it did me.
Yeah.
Rocky, who does such a fantastic job on this, is asking for help as they try to help a pup. And let me show you the picture. Now, it'll catch you off guard when you see this as they posted the picture. Let me go here and hit this button here. As they dug this little fella, it looks like he fell in a hole.
It does. It's so sad.
And here he is right here. As we pull that up, that pup fell in there. And, of course, there's medical expenses doing with this, and they're asking for help. You can either drop by there in Marion and talk to them, give $2, $5, or they've got to set up on their website a PayPal account if you'd like to help out save that pup.
Can you Imagine how scared that little thing was, probably.
I know.
Falling in that hole.
Awful there.
Goodness.
That,
We thank each and every one of y'all for watching this morning, though. And if you're out and about, just be extra careful. Somebody has a birthday.
Who's having a birthday? How old are they?
Don Carney says he wants to wish his sister Donna Sue Morris a very happy wet birthday today.
See, I know they're from the South without ever meeting them. Donna Sue, you automatically know.
You got that double name.
They know, right. I got it. My mother-in-law's got Barbara Sue.
Yeah.
Y'all careful now, because you really got to name your kids something good, because they stuck with it for life.
Yeah, they are.
Because y'all see me struggle with names every day.
My middle name is Nanette. And my brother used to aggravate the fire out of me. He'd go, Nanette. Aggravate me.
Maybe you told me that, and I don't remember
Yeah.
that. I was thinking like Candace Jane.
Candace Jane.
Nanette. Did you name any of your daughters after you?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I have a Madison Mackenzie and a Leighton Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
We got more on the way with Scotty Ray and Candace as we start this out. What are we into? Yeah, already a Wednesday, midweek wet. This week is flying by. We got more on the way, y'all. Don't rush off. We'll tell you where everything is. Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk. If you're looking for a deal, go to Facebook and type in East Mississippi Online Marketplace. Scroll through all of the pictures that are there and pick the item that you want to bid on. Bids end on Wednesday night and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And the winning bid can pick up the product the next day. Again, it's easy to do. Go to Facebook, type in East Mississippi Online Marketplace, and find the items that you want to bid on and save a bunch of money. That's 2 different auctions, Wednesday and Sunday night. Both sales end at 8 p.m. Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need, with a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. As bad as I hate to say this, I think a lot of people are going to go see our friend Chet after today.
They might have to, yeah.
Fender benders are us at Chets Paint and Body, no matter how big, how small it is. If you happen to have one of those boo-boos, go by and see Chet. And in this kind of weather, it can happen without a doubt.
Yes.
They slide off. You can be a one-vehicle accident where you just slide off the road and you hit a tree, you hit a ditch, it damages your car. Again, if it's just a simple scratch and you don't want to see that, let Chet handle it. From somebody that sideswipes you or T-bones you, they are there for you there. Highway 495, you'll find them out in Center Hill. Fine folks who give you a word, a handshake, and that's the way it's going to be. 737-2961, one of the best color-matching teams there are in the area. Drop in, they can show you pictures, they can show you exactly. Matter of fact, they can let you talk to somebody that they've done work for. From a classic to your brand new car, it doesn't matter. Highway 495, free quotes. Talk to them today. They'll process that insurance work at Chet's Paint and Body. Great folks that'll help you in any way they can.
That's right. We want to mention a few more birthdays.
Okay.
We want to say, let's see, I've lost it.
You got lost, Candace.
This thing is moving so fast.
We're getting replies there.
Go
You got
on,
one right
go
there. Did
That's
you get
it.
that?
That's it. Happy 80th birthday to Quanell Archie Chesney. Hope you have a wonderful birthday today. And then Miss Arlene, too, wanted to wish her grandson, Aiden, too, happy birthday. He is 12 years old today. And then Annie Marie Embry is having a birthday. She is 56.
Good
so
Lord.
hope you have a wonderful birthday. I hate it's not a lot of sunshine, but
What town was that somebody was watching from a while ago that you told me that I couldn't pronounce because I would say
Silvis, Illinois, wasn't it?
That was it.
Silvis.
I had a
Yeah, we
different
didn't want
pronunciation.
Scotty Ray pronouncing it.
I had a very different pronunciation.
He would have gave
for
it a totally different name.
Yeah, it'll make you go, do I want to be here? Yesterday afternoon in Meridian, and again, when I started getting a report, I had tons of people going, what's happening on 22nd Avenue? Something fishy's going on over there. And I called the police and I said, have y'all got a staff meeting? on 22nd Avenue because everybody I know is out there that's a police officer.
Yeah.
Metro showed up for the little meeting, and they all gathered around. And this is the scene of what was going on. If you'll notice, this car that is off in the ditch after you come under 22nd Avenue Bridge, and you would take that right to get on I-20, up on the hill is Sefco. This car from the red light went straight across, was hanging off in the ditch over there. Really no damage, but you would still consider this a wreck.
Right.
As police, and it took a while to investigate before I got an answer as to what's happening. And I'll just show you some of the movement here. As police investigated this, the charge would be upgraded to driving under the influence. Narcotics would be found in that vehicle. The car would be towed away, and somebody got a free ride to jail. That's what went on there. I was thinking that it could have been something a lot worse when that first come out. Because I got reports there's 2 people passed out or slumped over the steering wheel in a car.
Right. Well, it could have been a lot worse if they'd have hit
Correct.
several people. Goodness, that's awful.
So it ended up not being, it's bad, but not what it could have been. We were scared of that. Now, let's take a look at this as we're talking about weather this morning. Let's check out our friends at East Mississippi Power Association, EMEPA, as we look at what's going on. West Lauderdale area is back up, but we still do have some areas without power this morning. Currently, let's look at what we've got in Lauderdale County. We're sitting at 94 people without power right now. Now, as we go back to their map and zoom in on this, whoever you are, you know who you are out here in the Tumsuba area, that one person sitting there in the dark right now.
Goodness, that sounds like it could have been a tree or something.
Yeah, and then we go south of 0, and this is going to be on Spring Hill Road. We got 89 folks, 89 of y'all sitting around right now with a candle going, I can't take a hot shower.
Goodness. A while ago, our power kind of blinked just a little bit, and I thought, just let me get ready. Just let me finish getting ready.
And she immediately, without even thinking that the weather was bad, started chewing on her poor husband about paying the bill.
I didn't know.
I feel for that man.
Let me just tell you, of all people, he's going to make sure everything gets paid before anything else happens.
That power bill is kind of important. And I almost really, and I would have argued you on this until last year during that, was it the ice storm last year or the year before of when we lost water?
Oh, yeah.
I found out that I think water is a little bit more even important than that.
Yeah. And, it's always important to fill your bathtub up
Oh,
with
yeah.
water.
We didn't do that.
You might need it for one thing or the other. I don't,
You fill them toilets up, keep right on
That's
going
right.
there.
Yeah.
Either that or you go into the bushes. Y'all just pick where you want to go. But do that. And
Yes.
swimming pools are great for that.
Oh, I don't know about the chlorine water, but.
Hey, it'll go in the toilet, keep right on
Oh,
going.
yeah, it will do a toilet. Now, you can't drink it, but anyway.
I ain't drinking no water out of no tub, no way.
Look, if times got tough, I would.
She'll be bobbing.
Power's out in Chunkyville, says Jimmy Slay.
Y'all
So,
be careful there.
Yeah.
We did get a report just off of North Hill Street. The fire department, them boys run, and they got to be there within seconds.
Yeah.
They don't get much sleep. And we look at, they did get a call last night as we look at this on 35th Avenue to an apartment complex of a possible little small fire inside of an apartment. It was put out quickly. All that was handled. Everybody was safe, thank goodness.
That's right.
What you got?
I want to mention a Facebook watcher is saying that the bridge is flooded between Edinburgh and Carthage on Highway 16 in Leake County. So if you're in Leake County and you're traveling that way, be extra careful, or really go. You're gonna have to go a different route if the bridge is flooded. So.
And this would be that area right in here. Here's Philadelphia. Would be over in this area here that they're talking about.
Yes.
So we want everybody to be careful out there on all of this. We had a situation last night, and I want to clarify what it was because there was a lot of people that were inboxing me going, was there just a robbery that happened at the mall? And there was not a armed robbery that happened. It was reported to the Meridian Police Department that K Jewelers was robbed. And that's not what happened. Let me pull this up where you can see this. I posted this to clarify it last night. The call came in, and that as officers arrived, they would discover that someone did get their ring taken at the mall, but they quickly got the ring back. So charges were downgraded to larceny. It was reported that somebody had a gun. That was not the case. It was just someone had their ring. We don't know whether they knew each other. A lot of times that happens. I don't know those details. But it was downgraded to larceny. It wasn't near as bad as what it sounded because it was like, oh my gosh.
I wonder if they were trying on rings and just walked on.
Well, it was an individual that had, it wasn't at K. It was somebody near K that had their ring taken.
Oh.
So it was reported kind of differently.
Yeah.
But I wanted to clarify that because I didn't want anybody to get scared that something.
Right.
And again, it could have been two people that knew one another. Mm-hmm. I cannot count the times that crimes are reported and it was amongst friends, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it really isn't what it was. So that's downgraded, not near as serious. So if you heard that report, it really didn't go down that way. I thought we'd want to clarify that up. Our Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department were busy last night.
Really?
They got these cute little things with blue lights that go woo, 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 woo when they get behind people. And they woo, woo, wooed around Meridian last night. Let's pull this up. It was a small car chase there that started over here on Valley Street. Now, the exact route on this, I couldn't make it go the exact route, but they went on up here by Highland Park, and they done some circles, and they went on up. He'd hit a car, knocked it out, and just kept right on going, Candace.
Oh, goodness.
Well, I mean, if I'd done something wrong, I guess I would too, that you didn't want to go to the jailhouse.
Yeah.
It would end at 32nd Avenue. As you got up there, he would finally jump out and run. I think it was some things in the car that you shouldn't have.
You think?
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Probably so.
So
that's usually the case when they run. So
they done a fantastic job with that of getting somebody stopped there. No one hurt. They just sideswiped a car, so to speak, as they went along.
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't gotten a report back on the young lady that very much disliked that young man on 24th last week that chased him with the car.
yeah, I was wondering about that. I
hadn't-
wondered if they knew each other. Was it a
She meant business.
incident happened and
If you're
he
going, what
tried
are
to
you
leave
talking
and she
about?
went after him? You know.
But on 24th over there where that Dollar General is, it was a young man there that a young lady would chase with her car through yards and hit another car and take down a fence. She was so determined to get him.
Goodness.
He's still running.
Speaking on chasing a car, somebody being chased by the car, are you gonna I saw the post about the police officer in Decatur, Alabama.
Oh, heavens.
That was awful.
The guy pulls up in front of his house, and I don't have it handy
Right.
in
It's
front of
on
me.
the page. Though,
Yeah.
If you want to go look
But
at
the
it.
guy shoots at him. He runs back in his house.
Gets his gun because he's
Yeah.
an off-duty. He's off-duty
Yeah.
police officer, right? Some guy tries to run him over.
Yeah, just parked in front of his house, and he walked out to go, "Can I help you?" You broke down. That's when it all
Right.
went south.
Yeah. So the guy goes, he tries to hit him, and the guy that almost got hit runs in his house, the police officer, gets his gun, comes back out. The guy got out of his car while he was in the house and comes up to the carport. I don't know if he saw that there was maybe a camera and turned around and just walked back at ease, got back in his car. So he comes back out, the police officer does, and tries to get the guy to put his hands up. The guy proceeds to back his Jeep up and try to run over him again.
Yeah, that was.
So I don't know. All I could hear was sound effects, so I don't know what the outcome of that was, but that was in Decatur, Alabama.
Now, if you're traveling to Jackson this morning at Brandon, we're getting reports from the Brandon Police Department. Also, if you've got to leave Meridian and go that way, it's slick over there, y'all. This is what we're seeing this morning, a wreck there. So it's not only right here, it's anywhere. And that I-20 is so dangerous. It cups the road, holds that water, and next thing you know, you're off in a ditch.
Right.
Ooh, Jessica is closing down the muffler shop there on 8th Street. She going to the house. Be careful, girl. As we look around, let me say, I was going to glance at that. I think that's too far down. This was the scene over near West Lauderdale High School, right by the county barn a little bit ago. Now, the crews have got this cleaned up, I think, by now, but this tree came down across. This is near Bird Donor Road there, the backside of West Lauderdale. The little tree there. And that's how quickly you can lose your power. Also, as we look at things that happen there. We had pictures. This is from Union, Mississippi this morning. Y'all look at this. This is one of the pictures that came in. That's a lot of water.
That is. I don't know if that was a road or if that's a...
Looks like a fence post there in the back there, in between there and a railroad track is what I would guess there. Fence post, railroad track. It's what I think.
I worry about our pond getting up over our driveway.
You got a
That's
sump
always
pump?
Scary. Huh?
You got a sump pump? That would drain it and you could dump it somewhere
I
else.
don't. I don't think we do. We might have to invest in one.
Look at this. This is Philadelphia a few minutes ago. Y'all look at that water.
Goodness.
gushing as it just expands.
Right. And it's always scary because water moving that quick, if it gets up to that bridge, I mean, it could cause the pavement
Serious.
to be washed out.
And we definitely don't want that to happen to anybody. Come in. I got a lot, and I don't know the answer to this before I bring this up, but I know I just got a lot of inboxes going, hey, did you see this? What's going on with this? And I would assume if one school in Lauderdale County made this post, it's for all Lauderdale County. But don't you be bringing your footballs up to the games. It is a football game, but don't you? That's over now. This was put out by Southeast. As you got to be accompanied by an adult during the game, before and after. No footballs, baseballs, soccer balls, etc. are allowed in the games. No animals except service ones. Don't cross over the fence. And whoop, $8 charge now. So that's had a little controversy going on in Lauderdale County last night. I remember as a kid, everybody doing that.
Yeah.
You bring those little footballs and you run and play.
Right. The kids, a lot of times, the little ones who really don't watch the football game much, they just go with the adults that do. And a lot of the kids will be down below the bleachers running around. I know at our field they do out at the West Lauderdale area, and they'll be throwing their little footballs or whatever. But they used to give those little ones out at the ball games years ago.
Yeah, they did. They'd throw them at halftime and stuff.
So, I don't know. Maybe they had an incident or something that they had to post this. I haven't seen it for our school, but it's always a good idea to know where your kids are, though, at all times. I mean, that's just common sense.
It's good to know where your spouse is, too.
Yeah.
They'll be spending more money than you thought they were. $58 worth of hamburgers.
$58 worth of hamburgers.
You ain't been to a concession stand lately, have you?
Look, I know everything's going up. It would not surprise me.
No matter where you go, they are.
Yeah.
That is part of it. But anyway, that's the report on that. I'm not running anybody down, and most likely that stems from somebody getting hurt. If I were guessing, they don't want anybody hurt to where the school could get in any trouble. That's a guess. But I thought y'all might want to know that. We got some more pictures of Union coming in. Look at this. Water there, barrels across the street there. I'm getting reports of lightning in the area, reports of I'll have some more information on this. It's popping in left and right of wrecks and things.
Sandra Carazala says that it's sunny and 81 in Silvis, Illinois. They got perfect weather there.
Illinois? Yeah, I hadn't been there a whole lot there. I got some Little Rock. I'm getting pictures that I can't throw up just yet. Tons of water there in Little Rock. I had somebody text me that said they just had a bolt of lightning that knocked the pictures off of their wall that was so loud.
Oh, my goodness.
What is it? You count one?
I believe, we had that when we knocked all of our stuff out, our appliances. What? You count?
You count. If you see the lightning flash, you count, and then when you hear the thud, that's how many miles away the storm is, if I am not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
See, we don't have all those
too.
meteorology pictures and things. We just tell you what it really is.
Hal Totten says that they're flooded at the Children's Church in Union. It's flooding.
That's not good. And Hal has sent me a message there. I think they do a charity there, if I am not mistaken, and they would need a little help there. Tons of people saying this lightning.
You can hear the rain.
Let me go back over here and let me show y'all.
Goodness.
As we zoom in on here, let's zoom in on this of bolts. Could be worse. I was looking at radar here is what we got here. We've had some lightning strikes as we pull this back up here, right in this area here. This will be a few minutes ago just due south of Meridian, getting some lightning bolts there. Let's check here about wind. I have not checked on the severe wind, damaging wind that we've got with this. And if you'll see that dark green that just come up on the screen, that shows where the wind is blowing the hardest there. So we want y'all to pay close attention to that. And let's see here. Hail path. Let's see if no major hail with this. We've just had some rain. So that's good news as we check all of that. That's kind of where we are on the weather at the moment. Carry a boat behind your car, no matter where you're going.
Yeah.
So much more to come with Scotty Ray and Candace as we begin your day. Y'all don't rush off. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings. Fresh blueberries, a pint, $2.99. Yellow, white, or bicolor corn, a 3-pack, $2.19. Fresh peaches, only $1.99 a pound. Coca-Cola products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 2 for $11. Alabama extra large tomatoes, $1.99 a pound. And sirloin and pork chops, $1.49 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
If you're getting ready to purchase land, make sure you have it surveyed. Contact our friends at the Woodlands Group. Maybe you're selling land, dividing land up. Whatever the case is, the Woodlands Group can help you there. They handle residential and commercial clients. And again, they specialize in property line location, site plans, and a whole lot more. Maybe you have a construction project, and they have the latest equipment to make sure it's done right, including drones. Call Justin Palmer or Brandon Briggs at the Woodlands Group, Surveying Solutions.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
And we like to talk about our friends down at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Why? Well, deer season's right around the corner, and they got more corn than you know what to do with. You can buy it by the ton if you want to. If you've got hungry critters, they do that. And then they got these things here. You can take pictures of your critters.
Mm-hmm. You sure can. Yeah.
They got a lot of them to choose from. If you're needing a new feeder, maybe you need a deer stand. They got all of this down there. Drop in and visit with them. Patio furniture, any portion of your home that needs help, from the farm to making it look pretty. They got all of this with fall decorations arriving daily. Mm-hmm. Getting it all spruced up, making it look pretty for you. Ball cap. There's nothing better than a good wearing hat. You got to have one.
That's right.
Occasionally, yours will get sucked up into a bush hog and nothing left. We all know that.
Pieces, just pieces left.
It's horrible when that happens because it's your favorite hat.
Or you'd be like my son and the dog, get a hold of it. And,
Well, they'll let you replace it there, along with great work boots to work in, overalls, and a whole lot more. Anything for your pet with those diet food that they may need. And, of course, corn, horse, all that taken care of you there. Guns and ammo, it's all at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Drop in and visit with them. Exit 151, run off I-20, and they're there. It may be raining, but they're there on location today. Mm-hmm. Now, What were you going to tell us?
I was just going to say, you can go to your phone and you can text 888.
Anybody you want.
Yeah, you can do that. Anybody you want. To just stay up on weather alerts for Lauderdale County, the Lima thing. At least Odie is the one that told us about it. But it's 888-777. You just text to that number, and they will send you back a prompt to, you just follow what it tells you to do. But
sometimes they say, did you remember to feed your dog?
No, they don't do that. Well, look, you'll get information about the weather situation. And it just tells you what's going on. I like to know what's going on, not just in your county, but other counties too.
Make sure to let us know if you've got flooding in your area. Do that. And, of course, we always go live, and you get notifications by joining us on Facebook. If we go live to tell you about the weather, you get a notification we're going live. Right. Also, join us on YouTube. You can do that. Like, subscribe, and follow, and you get immediately know what we're doing and where the weather is bad. Mm-hmm. So ways to do that. We appreciate that. Yes. Let's check in on what happened on this date, and this has to be one of America's favorite drunks. Everybody's got to have a drunk that you like, don't you? I think so.
He did play this part very good.
Hal Smith was his real name, but we all know him as Otis. Yeah. He was a harmless fella that just liked to have a drink every once in a while.
Now, he was a businessman, I guess, in Mayberry. And I don't know exactly what Otis did, but...
He drank.
I mean, besides drink... No, that was in the afternoon, you know. He would drink in the afternoon and then have to go spend the night in the jail.
Oh, what a great guy he was, and let his own self in. This day and time, people would probably frown on that. Mm-hmm. What does it hurt? As we go back, some of you will know this name, some of you won't. If I say the name Fred Rose, that was a huge name in the publishing world of country music years ago. Yeah. He would be the man that actually brought about a legend. And who am I talking about? Fred Rose was born on this day. He is responsible for the behind the scenes with everything to do with Hank Williams. As Hank would turn in those songs, he would give it a little brush up there every once in a while. Yeah. He helped Hank and made him who he was. Big man there. Mm-hmm. He would die shortly right after Hank as well. Even though Hank drank, he didn't. Whoops. Yeah. 1955, this could have been the next Paul Harvey, but he decided to run for president and dropped his radio show. Kind of hate that he done that. But he's got a TV show now, I think, on a Christian network, and we know him as Mike Huckabee. He was born on this day. Governor of Arkansas.
Yes. He was.
We kind of expect to see his daughter,
Sarah.
be the next governor of Arkansas.
Yeah. I like her. I think she would be good.
Do they still have those jokes about Arkansas about marrying your kinfolks? Is that still a big joke that floats around America?
I don't know.
Come on, you've heard that,
I
haven't you?
have never heard that. I would have thought that would
Candace.
have been somewhere besides Arkansas. But,
It's
yeah.
big joke about.
No.
What? You're kidding me.
I have never heard
This girl
that.
has lived under a rock
I guess
all
I
her
have.
life.
I don't know. I have never heard that.
I'm worried about you. Otis worked at the furniture factory, we're told by Debbie Moles. I did
Okay.
not know that.
I knew that he did something,
He helped get goats that had explosives. He done all kinds of things there. 1972, I remember watching this as a kid. It would air for the last time. Even one of them grew up to be married on the TV show. Who remembers My Three Sons?
I remember it.
Came to an end on this day back in 72. That would be, I'm going to scare y'all, 51 years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
In just a few years, it will be people go, My Three what? I don't know what you're talking about. We'll have to drop that from the lineup of things that happened. 1977, they even wrote a song about this. We were singing a song, and through the back door they ran. 1977, Whalen was arrested. He was charged with possession of cocaine.
Goodness.
If you go back and do the history on Whalen, even he admits that, well, he had a problem. He was snorting $1,500 a day worth of cocaine. And that was in the 70s. Imagine what that money is today.
Right.
Whoa. But he got all cleared up there.
Darla Smithson, she's asking me a question. It's 888-777 is the number you text to. And then it will send you back a prompt to tell you what to do to receive messages.
All right, we just got a message from the National Weather Service as we go back over and pull this up. We now have a flash flood warning for Lauderdale County that has been issued until 12:30. At 8:31, Doppler radar indicated a thunderstorm producing heavy rain across the warned area. 1 to 3 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 2 to 4 inches are expected in this area there. And again, this is going to happen until 12:30. That's for Lauderdale County. We interrupt to get that out to you this morning there of a flash flood warning there for Lauderdale County. And as you look back at the radar map, it's a bunch here. Even Livingston is under one of these. Newton, all of these areas here, it's wet and wetter as we travel through this morning here. Now, let me
Gotta
check.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Goodness. Extra careful.
I was trying to see what else I had that I hadn't warned everybody about. I think I'm up to date on that.
And two, when you're passing another vehicle, I mean, you know how the water gets thrown up onto your windshield. Don't be going, even if the road's not flooded. I mean, it will cause you to kind of come to a screeching.
It does.
You can't see.
It does.
Goodness, scary.
This was probably more of Candace's show that she was glued to every night to watch. Who remembers this?
Yes.
It premiered on this date back in 1979. I will watch it if there's absolutely no way for me to get to the remote. I didn't care for it. There's a lot of people that identified with that.
I used to watch it all the time. But,
1981, John Lennon's killer was sentenced to prison. Do y'all remember that?
I don't remember
His life,
the sentence, but I remember all that mess.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
awful. He got it on this date back then. 1983, one of our very own from the great state of Mississippi. Mystery, as we see that Jerry Lee Lewis's wife was found dead.
Goodness.
That was one of the things that came about. You remember when he got drunk and drove up to Elvis's house and wanted in?
Yeah, I do.
Said, "Let me up in there."
I remember us talking about that one time. Goodness, that was bad.
They wouldn't let him in.
Yeah.
Gates of Graceland remain
Might have had a
closed.
little bit to. Might have been partaking of the
I think he was. That was kind of often back in those days. I think he's calmed down now. 1985, and this was one of those, do I really have to listen to it type songs because it was too, what's the word I'm looking for? Lionel Richie-ish. And I always felt that way.
Chickish.
Be very feminine.
Yeah.
It was number one on this date, so I'll go ahead and remind y'all. Real Love by Kenny Rogers and Dolly was number one. It was not the Whalen feel.
I always back then thought maybe they had a thing, but I don't guess they did. I'm sure they probably didn't, but what?
You go and think that.
No, seriously, I don't know.
Seriously,
what's going on,
you just
but,
go ahead and
yeah.
keep thinking that
Yeah.
nothing.
Because you remember Islands in the Stream. Remember Islands in the Stream?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was another
That
one of
was
those.
another one of Scotty's favorites.
It's like, please turn the radio up.
Yeah.
Awful. 1985, this would be on the other genre of music, if I pronounced that word right. Who remembers Huey Lewis? He had the #1 song with The Power of Love. It was big. I do remember that. In 2010, I remember meeting this old boy on the streets of Meridian, Mississippi, the first time I ever bumped into him. He would be fresh out of Nashville, and he had an old song called I'd Be Better Off in a Pine Box. It would be 2010. Didn't matter who he was. They would arrest him for drinking and driving. Whoops.
Goodness.
He's had several heart attacks. He's smoked 2 or 3 packs a day. Led him to that. Doug Stone there. 2018, this gentleman passed away. And I remember watching this as a kid. It was a pretty big deal to sit back when we had the 3 channels and watch lifestyles of the rich and famous. Who remembers that?
I used to watch it all the time.
Robin Leach, the guy that was the voice of all of that, passed away back in 18. Takes you down memory lane, doesn't it? A few of the
Didn't
things.
watch that. I mean, goodness, everybody was probably watching.
You
that
had
back in
to.
the day.
Who had the big yacht? Because we, of course, didn't have nothing like that.
Well, you know, you didn't have all the channels really that you have now.
No, you
available
didn't.
To you back then.
You
So
got 16,000 choices now.
yeah, you do. Goodness.
More on the way with Scotty Ray and Candace.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
Well, all they got to do today, Goblin Cleaning Services, bring some soap. They're out still taking care of people today. If you need your home clean, they can help you out. They do so much of this from the area of taking care of, if you've got concrete, if you've got a brick wall in your house, it does happen a lot. Chimneys, they clean all of this, no matter what it is, from vinyl siding to windows. They take care of this in no time flat. Roofs, they'll get this going. Sunshine will come back again, and you'll be able to see it all.
It'll look brand new.
Absolutely. And, of course, they can set you up on a timeline to where they come by twice a year. Maybe you need something done once a month. Your parking lot clean, your driveway. Looks great there. Window cleaning and a whole lot more, from decks to steps. See them. Goblin Cleaning Services. Good folks at 253-8262 is the number, from Clarkdale all the way up to taking care of you. Again, 601-253-8262 is the number to call.
Goodness.
All right. As we, what now?
I was just reading the comments. Somebody, Karina Foster Jones, we were talking about the lifestyles of the rich and famous. She said, champagne wishes and caviar dreams. You remember him saying that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. We have a missing puppy dog. I mentioned this earlier, and we always try to help out our dogs. We go out to the Duffy community, if I'm not mistaken. This is a pup that is missing. $300 being offered for the return. And here's some more pictures of the dog if you happen to bump into it. Kind of hungry. They want some attention.
It's a pretty dog.
It is.
Yeah.
And we'll zoom in a little bit bigger there for you see it. If you happen to see him, been missing since July the 29th. That's knocking on a month. They sure would like to have their pup back. So if you could help out and see something like that, get in contact with me. Yesterday was Animal Day. Now, if you're missing your hogs, I know where they are.
Yeah.
Let's go on out to Jimmy Smith Road at West Lauderdale Elementary. There they are.
Goodness. That's some big old hogs.
It is. Did you see, also we had cows. Neshoba County, y'all are like noted for cows. They were all up in the road yesterday. They want to move. They thought it's my road.
Yeah.
That was on Walter Sisson Road yesterday of folks that were up in that area there. Did you see this where I posted this about the bear in Florida, Navarre Beach?
I did see that. That's not the first incident. I've seen other people post about a bear.
But I'll
It's
just
odd
show
that you'd
this.
see a bear in Florida, though. Like,
Let's
really.
just pull this up. This is it here as they go down through here.
That is real.
See
It's
him
a
right
bear,
there?
buddy. That's real. It's a bear. Just don't. Just keep driving. Don't antagonize him.
And he just went on through yards making his own business there.
I have heard that we have little bears here. Have you heard that?
I have heard that,
Yeah.
yes. So something to look
I've
at
not
there.
seen one, and hope I don't.
I don't hunt nothing that can eat me.
The little ones are cute, but yeah, there might be a big mama one somewhere around.
It's like a woman when you first marry. She's so cute. A few years later, y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Tony, how are you doing there? He's got a bear posted on his page.
In Meridian.
Yeah.
So, goodness.
Pretty common there. And again, if you encounter a wreck, flooding on a road, please pass it on so we can pass it along to everybody else. We had a police officer charged for rape. This is a former police officer that was in a form of authority over people. He's been sentenced to 15 years and will serve 5 years day for day. One of the bad things that, we have to look at this, that happened there.
Goodness. Can't do stuff like that and get away with it.
No, I'm glad he was caught and he's been busted on that.
Especially- Yeah.
Do what?
Tree across the road. There's a tree across the road, Highway 35 north of Forest, about 2 miles out. So
Okay.
be extra careful.
Come around a curve and it could be bad there.
Yes.
Speaking of trees, and I brought this up earlier this morning, and we do have haunted homes in the state of Mississippi, but we got one that is more haunted than others. And it's supposed to be, as I mentioned, the bad one of all bad ghosts. Most of these things are people that ghosts that touch you.
Yeah, I
this
would
one's
not- I
supposed to
would
push
have a
you.
Heart attack.
This is a bad one, is what they say. Like, got some bad, whatever you want to call it.
Mojo.
Yeah, we go to McRaven, which is in Vicksburg. A tree barely missed the house. It was a 200-year-old tree that falls and misses the house by yay much in the front yard. So it was spared. Is that the ghost doing it? Hey, we got Halloween coming up before long, don't we?
We do. I saw a sign where they were having like auditions for the haunted house in Bailey. Or something.
You going this year?
I've never been. I'm just not one of those that like scary
No,
stuff.
I'm saying go work it.
No.
You could scare yourself every night.
No, because you'll have somebody like me in there that the first reflex is just to pop somebody if they scare you. Kurt I told him that he's bad about sneaking up on me. Husbands, do you do that to your wives? Do you sneak up on your
I'm
wives?
trying to go
and
the other
scare them?
way.
He does it to me all the time, and it drives me insane. I'm going to have a heart attack one day. If I'm never here, and you know what's happened to me, Kurt scared me.
Yes, we do have a flash flood warning in Newton, Lauderdale also. We also got one on the edge of Cuba, Alabama as well. So lots of water coming down there. Something that you do. Okay, I know we got the office here in Meridian, but do they sneak in after midnight? I never notice it anymore. Greyhound buses.
Yeah.
I know they got a place
I don't
here.
notice it much either.
Word is they're leaving Jackson, Mississippi, and want to move their their drop-off place over in Flowood. They're saying that it's not zoned where they want to go for buses, but that's the talk, that they're leaving out of downtown Jackson area and will move to Flowood. Interesting.
Huh.
But seriously, used to you would pass them all of the time.
Right.
I just don't see them.
I don't either. They must operate at night. Who knows?
I see some charter buses, those church buses, taking people to Disneyland. We hear that Joe is going to announce the $10,000 student loan forgiveness today. And there was a lot of comments earlier this morning that said, are they going to forgive or give back money to people that's already paid their bill?
Well, that's the thing. Is it's going to be a lot of bitterness going on because there's people who have struggled for years to pay that stuff back. Because when you get a student loan, a lot of times, it takes you years to pay it back. So, I don't think that's very fair,
Yeah.
I really don't. It's great for people who have student loans now. I'm sure they're saying that, oh, that's great, But it is we'll put a bitter taste in your mouth.
There you go. That's
People
happening
who've already
today.
Paid it.
Upset, and we didn't see this, and this may shape what is coming in 2024. Y'all be ready for this. They had a Democrat in New York that was expected to lose the race that came back and won. in the election. Why? He was for abortions. The Republican was not. Put him over the top, and he's won re-election. I didn't see that coming. But that is New York, and expect it. If it worked in one place, you will see an increase of this in ads when the midterms start coming. Trump celebrated last night. Why? Everybody that he endorsed won. They're having champagne this morning, I'm sure. Thought you might want to know that.
That's a big thing lately. Everybody he has endorsed, just about everybody. I don't think there's been many that.
He counted it there 0 for 29. I think he had 29 that he endorsed that won.
That's good.
There could be something that I don't remember, and if there is, let me know. Prison, not a place that any of us want to go by any means to the stretch of the imagination. But you would think, because you would think that there would be protections within the prisons. There's apparently not. A gangster was sentenced to prison. He gets there. He made it 6 minutes. He was murdered.
Lord.
Now, y'all think about that. These big prisons, it's bad in there. Yeah. And there's an outside chance that you could get sentenced for something that you were framed or whatnot. It looked like you were. And you go to jail and there's no protection. Because we've all watched the movies, even, what's his name, from that big movie with Morgan Freeman. And you're not going to say the name of it, are you?
Shawshank Redemption.
There you go.
Yeah.
But that guy was innocent and got framed and sent to prison, and he had no protection even back in the 30s and 40s. But it is really bad in those places now. There are gangs within prisons, and you will be hurt. Do I know the answer? No. But once you go behind those bars, it's kind of scary. Thought you might want to know that.
Yes.
As we look,
stay out of the bars. Well, behind bars, and the other ones too, I guess.
Listen to you. Ann Hetch, is that how you pronounce her name?
I think so.
They've announced that she's going to be buried in the Forever Cemetery in Los Angeles. That's the one that also has Judy Garland in the cemetery. That's where she's going to be laid to rest.
And Mickey Rooney.
Nell said that she was a nurse at a state prison. It was very dangerous. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
I don't even want to visit. I mean, it's bad there. They are putting air conditioner in them. But you have to feel. I know somebody that went to jail and they'd done everything they could to have solitary confinement. So they'd do something so they'd get in trouble and be locked up to keep away from the others.
Goodness.
Trump is suing. Did you see that?
I've heard that, yeah.
He is, by golly, doing it there over the raid, suing the federal government. We'll see where that turns up.
He's saying his Fourth Amendment rights were violated.
Probably so.
Yeah.
That's some of the headlines that are happening. We got more on the way as we take you through this wet, rainy day. Again, keep letting us know where these thunderstorms are and flooding or wrecks that you come encounter with. Let's talk about our friends over at Snowden. They do this a lot. What do? They sell homes. They get you taken care of, whether you're looking for a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 5. They do all this. Some of the folks that have used them, you'll see their pictures there. All you have to do is drop by snowdenrealestate.com. You can view it from your home there, see what they have to offer. From big homes to, moderate homes. None of them the size you're looking for, from DeKalb to out at Northeast. They've got those Dalewood and a lot of other homes. All the counties around us, all the way over to Brandon, Flowood. If you want to move back and forth, they can help you there as well. It's all there. You'll see them there at Lake Ross Collins with signs. Yeah. I saw a sign right down at the end of my driveway down there, neighbor moving out.
Yes, I saw that too.
So see them. See Amanda, her team. They help you out. Anything that you may need, they've got a home for you. One of the best folks you'll bump into, honest dependability, with their office there in Poplar Springs Drive. Visit with them. That's their staff. The number to call, 453-3937. Drop in today. See what they have to offer for you.
The Square Peg Mini Mall, located across from the Neshoba County Co-op in Philadelphia, Mississippi, is a family-owned business that promises to treat you like family. The Square Peg Mini Mall has been operating for over 10 years and boasts over 30 vendors with a rotating inventory to fit that something you're looking for. Inventory is constantly updating, so there's always a chance for a surprise when you step inside. Come visit the Square Peg Mini Mall, located on 335 West Main Street in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Folks, if your yard is needing grass and you need it quick, talk to our friends at Coates Hydra Seeding. They offer residential and commercial. The great thing about this, it doesn't wash, the water treads, and it holds the soil in place. It's the easiest way to grow grass. That's Hydra Seeding. You'll get a great-looking lawn without all the dry spots. How many times have you put out seed and it gets washed away, blown away, or even the birds eat it? Talk to our friends at Coates Hydra Seating, 601-728-1954. It's here, the Fall Sweet Pea Swap, located at the old Jeffries Building at Bonita Lakes. Drop-offs will be held September the 8th through the 10th. The public sale gets underway September 16th and 17th from 10 in the morning until 7 at night. Then again Sunday, September the 18th from 1 until 6 with 25% off. And our final day, Monday, September the 19th with 50% off from 10 until 7 p.m. Make sure to come by the most talked about event all year, the Fall Sweet Pea Swap at the old Jeffries Building, Bonita Lakes. I just got a call from the Newton County Sheriff's Department. Sheriff Jody Pennington called me and said, if you do not have to travel for any reason in Newton County, stay at home. All roads are flooded. It's awful. Stay off of them. He's urging all citizens to do that.
Yes.
It's a bad situation out there.
Lots of flooding in Union. We've been getting messages about that. So if you're in the Union area, if you don't have to get out on the road, try not to. Yeah.
And as Jody brought that up, let me show you radar here. This is what we've got there in Newton County as we look at this, at the radar. It's flooding there, left and right. So if you don't have to be out, stay at home, as we're being urged by the Sheriff's Department, do that. We want you safe to be here tomorrow to talk with us.
Yeah. Yeah, be extra careful, though. I guess if we get any updates from schools, we'll let y'all know. Put it on the website.
Absolutely. We'll have it there. Websites and page. We'll keep you.
Yeah. Right.
All of the above as we get this wet Wednesday started. And again, we are under Lauderdale County. We are under a flash flood warning until 12:30. Newton County is under a flash flood warning until 11:15. So is our friends over in Scott County. And we have this in Kemper as well, still going on in Neshoba County. Not over yet.
Right.
That's going to pretty much wrap things up for us this morning as we come to the conclusion of our show. We'll be carrying this live on Facebook all day long, as well as on YouTube. You can follow us, like us, so you'll be up to date with everything that is happening in our area.
That's right.
And if you encounter something, let us know.
That's right. Y'all be extra careful. We'll see you back in the morning at 8 a.m. And if you have any comments or pictures, send them to us.
Yeah, love to have all that. All that's on the way here this morning. Be careful. Your life is worth so much more than having to get somewhere in a hurry.
Yes.
See you back tomorrow morning.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: